In this session, we are going to discuss evaluating functions. We evaluate functions, let us have the different types of functions. So, ito yung mga klase ng function na pwede nating i-evaluate. The first one, we have the constant function. Pag sinabi mong constant function, we have a constant term lang. For example, y is equals to 3. That is a constant function. Or pwede rin naman f of x is equals to 7. That is a constant function. Next tayo, let us have number 2, identity function. When you say identity function, if the number that you substitute is equal to the number itself. For example, you have here f of 3 is also equal to 3. That is identity function. Next tayo, polynomial function. Kay polynomial function naman, dito naman, meron tayong tatlo. So, we have, ito yung madalas, linear, quadratic, at saka si cubic. So, linear function, if and only if the highest exponent mo is 1. For example, you have y is equals to x minus 2. That is a linear function. Or pwedeng f of x is equal to x minus 2. That is an example of linear function. Next, quadratic function. In quadratic function, the highest exponent here is 2. For example, you have here y is equals to x squared minus 1. That is a quadratic function. Or f of x is equals to 2x squared plus 3. That is it. That's also an example of quadratic function. Next, cubic function. Si cubic function naman, ang highest exponent mo is 3. For example, y is equals to 4x raised to 3. That is an example of cubic function. Pwede ring f of x is equal to x cubed minus 1. That's an cubic function. Is it clear? Next tayo, meron din tayong tinatawag na rational function. So, rational function, meron siyang numerator and denominator. In the form siya ng fraction. For example, we have y is equals to x squared plus 1 over x minus 1. That's a rational function. Pwede namang f of x is equal to x over x minus 1. So, that is an example of rational function. Is it clear? Number 5, we have here exponential function. Sa exponential function naman, yung kanyang exponent is a variable. For example, y is equals to 2 raised to x. That is an example of exponential function. Pwede naman, f of x is equal to 3 raised to x plus 1. Alright? So, yan yung iba't ibang klase ng types of functions. Meron pa palang isa. We have what you called absolute value of a function. Si absolute value of a function, ito naman yung may absolute number. So, for example, y is equals to absolute value of x minus 1. So, that is also a function. So, those are the different types of functions na pwede nating i-evaluate. Now, let us move in evaluating. Evaluating functions. So, this is the process of determining the value of functions at the number assigned to the given variable. Kapag mag-evaluate ka ng function, substitution lang tayo. So, isa-substitute lang natin yung given variable natin dun sa ating given function. For example, number 1. Ang given natin is f of x is equals to 3x minus 4. Find the value of the function if x is equals to 2. So, papalitan lang natin yung x ng 2. So, we are going to substitute. So, you have here f of x becomes 2 is equal to 3 times x becomes 2 minus 4. So, therefore, we have here f of 2 is equal to 3 times 2. You have 6 here minus 4. Then, f of 2 is equal to 6 minus 4. The answer is 2. So, that is your answer. That is it. Ganun lang makasimpleng mag-evaluate ng function. So, ang ina-evaluate nating function dito, ang tawag sa kanya ay linear function. So, linear function yan na. Next tayo, let us have number 2. Given, g of x is equals to 3x squared plus 5. Find g of negative 3. So, meaning, ang x mo ay negative 3. So, ang given naman natin dito is squared. So, therefore, ang given natin is quadratic function naman. So, we are going to change x into negative 3. So, you have here g of negative 3 is equal to 3 times, change mo yung x into negative 3 squared plus 5. Then, you have now 3 times, so, ito, simplify mo muna, negative 3 squared, that is 9 plus 5. Then, we have here 3 times 9. The answer is 27 plus 5. Then, just add 27 plus 5. So, your g of negative 3 is equal to 32. That is it. So, that is g of negative 3 is equal to 32. Alright? So, that is how you evaluate functions. So, let us have more examples. Number 3. Given, p of x is equals to 3x cubed minus 4x minus 5. So, ang given naman natin dito is a cubic function naman ang given natin. So, let us find p of 0 and p of negative 1. So, meaning dalawa yung kukuhanin natin. So, una, let us have p of 0. We are going to change x into 0. So, it is equal to 3 times 0 cube minus 4 times 0 minus 5. So, it is equal to 0 cube is 0 times 3 is 0. So, you have 0 here. 4 times 0, that is 0. Then, minus 5. So, 0 minus 0 is 0. So, p of 0 is equal to negative 5. So, that is your first answer. Next tayo. For p of negative 1. So, we are going to change x into negative 1. So, 3 times negative 1 cube minus 4 times negative 1. O, pinalitan na lang natin yun minus 5. So, it is equals to 3 times negative 1 cube means negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1. That is negative 1 pa din. Then, negative times negative becomes positive. So, it becomes 4. 4 times 1, we have 4. Then, just copy minus 5. Simplify. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3 plus 4 minus 5. Therefore, p of negative 1 is equal to, just simplify, negative 3 plus 4 is positive 1. 1 minus 5, the answer is negative 4. That is it. We're done. Okay? So, let us have more examples. Number 4. We have f of x is equal to 2x plus 3. So, meron ulit tayo ditong linear function ulit ang ating given, linear function. So, find f of h plus 2. So, yung x, papalitan natin ng h plus 2. So, ganun lang gagawin natin So, we have f of, ang x natin magiging h plus 2 is equal to 2 times, ang x ulit natin magiging h plus 2. Then, plus 3. Then, we are going to simplify. How? You are going to distribute 2 doon sa loob ni open and close parentheses. So, you have 2 times h, that is 2h. 2 times 2, that is plus 4. Then, plus 3. Then, you are going to combine like terms. So, yung wala kang variable. Yung 4 plus 3 ko combine mo. So, therefore, f of h plus 2 is equal to, just copy 2h. Then, 4 plus 3, we have plus 7, positive 7. Then, this one, di mo na kailangan siya i-combine. So, yan na yun. So, this is now your final answer. So, that is number 4. Next tayo, number 5. G of x equals to the square root of 4x minus 2. So, ang tawag naman dito ay radical function. Okay? So, we have radical function. So, if we have a radical sign, so ganun pa rin, substitution pa rin. Yun nga lang, may radical sign tayo. So, yung x gagawin natin 5. So, you have g of 5 is equal to the square root of 4 multiplied by 5 minus 2. So, it is equal to the square root of 4 times 5, we have here 20 minus 2. Then, you have here, it is equal to the square root of 20 minus 2, the answer is 18. Since 18 is not a perfect square, so hindi siya perfect square, so ang gagawin natin, pa-factor natin si 18 na ang isa ay perfect square. So, g of 5 is equal to the square root of. So, what are the factors of 18 na ang isa ay perfect square? So, you have here 9 times 2. 9 is a perfect square. So, since 9 is a perfect square, ilalabas natin siya. The square root of 9 is 3. Then, square root of 2. So, that is g of 5. We're done. That is it. Let us have another example. 6. Given h of x is equals to x plus 8 over 2x squared minus 4. Find h of negative 2. Dito, ang given naman natin na function is rational function. Rational function. Okay? So, rational function ang tawag sa given natin. So, let us now substitute x. Palitan na natin si x ng negative 2. So, h of negative 2 is equal to, it becomes negative 2 plus 8 over 2 times negative 2 squared minus 4. Then, simplify. Negative 2 plus 8, that is positive 6 over 2 squared, we have here 4. So, it becomes 2 times 2 minus 4. So, it is equal to 6 over 2 times 2 times 2 pala, sorry. Ito dapat 2 squared, we have here 4. Kaya magiging siya 2 times 4, we have here 8 minus 4. Okay? Then 8 minus 4, so 6 over 4. So, it is equal to, there are divisible by 2, it becomes 3 over 2. So, h of negative 2 is equal to 3 over 2. We're done. Next tayo, let us have number 7. Evaluate the functions 2 raised to x if x is equals to 3 over 2. So, ang tawag naman sa kanya ay exponential function. Exponential function. Kapag ang inyong exponent is a variable, exponential function siya. So, we have change. F of becomes 3 over 2. It equals to 2 raised to 3 over 2. So, you have a fractional exponent. So, it is equal, kapag fractional exponent, we are going to change this one into radical. Ito yung magiging index mo, ito yung magiging exponent sa loob. Then, this one is the radicand. Radicand, then magiging square root. Kasi, 2 to. Kung 3 to, cube root. Then, this one is the exponent, cube. Ayan tribute lang yan. So, it is equal to the square root of, just simplify, 2 times 2 times 2, the answer is 8. Now, square root of 8. So, let us have the factors of 8 na isa a perfect square. We have here 4 multiplied by 2. The square root of 4 is 2. So, labas lang natin, 2 square root of 2. So, that is the function of 3 over 2. We're done. That is it. Okay? So, let us have more 2 examples. Last 2 more examples. Number 8. Evaluate h of x. Etong dalawang absolute value dyan, ang base sa kanya ay greatest integer function. So, we have the greatest integer function of x plus 2 where, eto nga, x is the greatest integer function given 2.4. So, kapag kayo'y nakakita ng dalawang ganyan, dalawang absolute value, parang ganyan, ang tawag sa kanya ay greatest integer function. Yun yung tawag sa function na yan. Is it clear? So, meaning, yung given x mo, hahanapin mo yung pinakamalapit na integer doon sa given x mo. Yan lang yan. For example, this one. So, you have here h of, yung x mo magiging 2.4 is equal to the absolute value, 2.4, greatest integer rather, plus 2. So, it is equal. So, si 2.4 ay nakapagitna kay 2 at saka kay 3. Ngayon, ano yung pinakamalapit na integer kay 2.4? So, obviously, we have here 2. Kaya, si 2.4 ay equal kay 2, then, plus 2. Then, you will just add. So, therefore, si h of 2.4, greatest integer value of h of 2.4 is equal to positive 4. That is it. Ganun lang siya kasimple kapag greatest integer function. Next tayo, let us have number 9. Dito kay number 9, we have k of a is equals to the absolute value of a minus 2. So, ito, ang tawag naman sa kanya is absolute value function. Ayan. Absolute value function. Yan naman yung tawag sa kanya. So, we are going to change a into negative 9. Negative 9. So, k of negative 9 is equal to absolute value of negative 9 minus 2. So, the absolute value of a number is always positive. So, itong absolute value ni negative 9, magiging positive 9. Then, minus 2. Therefore, k of negative 9 is equal to 9 minus 2. We have 7. That is it. So, that is how you evaluate functions. So, pinakita ko sa inyo kung paano mag-evaluate ng function sa iba't ibang klase ng functions. Alright? So, kung meron kayong tanong, pwede kayong mag-chat sa ating comment box. Doon kayo magtanong and sasagutin ko naman kayo doon. So, that's all for today. So, thank you for listening. Bye-bye!